Marcel, where are you going with that disc? You are not putting that on again. Marcel, okay, if you press that button, you are in very, very big trouble.
Attention. Everybody stop what you're doing. It's time for The Unwritten Rule, a Mizzou sports podcast brought to you by the Believe Network, alongside Payton Haverman and Kenny Van Doren. Here is your host, Jack Knowlton.
Welcome back to The Unwritten Rule, presented by FanDuel. Today is Friday, July 24th. Kenny is here. Hello, Kenny.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, I threw you guys off today. I normally don't give a greeting. I decided to do that and jump scare you.
Wow.
Yeah. How you doing?
That's tough. Yeah, I'm good. Feels like I haven't been here in 2 weeks when you say it like that.
Hello, Payton.
Man, no, I'm taking it back. Can we restart?
Payton is also
No,
here.
I like that. Keep that in. I think that's a good bit.
How are you, Payton?
I'm good. I'm questioning how many Red Sox hats Kenny owns, and if he owns more than how many Astros hats do you own?
Probably 50-50.
50-50.
In St. Louis, I definitely have more Red Sox hats than Astros hats. I think I have more minor league Astros hats than Astros hats here.
I believe that 100%. You're a hat guy, as has been discussed.
That is true.
What just happened?
He said something while he was muted, and then now he's picking up a hat.
Oh, he got his
look at
spring
that.
breakout hat. That's like his prized possession, I think. Is that your favorite hat?
It is, but I thought it was going to be a bucket hat. This is like, I'm going to go mow the lawn hat.
That's a cool hat. I like that more than a bucket hat.
I'll wear it the show.
You know what that would look great is if you were, whenever you inevitably have a child, you're going to coach their T-ball team wearing that hat. That's a T-ball coach hat.
I mean, it's not the distinct Nick Saban like straw hat that he wears, but it's, you're getting pretty close.
It's pretty close, yeah.
I think it's bigger.
Close.
Looks like a flying saucer.
It does look a little large.
Kenny, would you be a teach
looks
the
a little
kids
sun
to
hatty.
pull the ball in the air, or would you be a fundamentals like bat to
They better
ball?
be pushing the ball.
Do you want to
They
push
better-
the ball?
Yeah.
You're just throwing analytics out. We're putting
Hit
the ball
and
on
run.
the ground. That's awesome
Hit and run.
Little Cam Smith action.
because he's a really good player. We should probably. We're losing viewers rapidly.
No, see, this is what I was hoping to engineer by my my new intro form. So we're gonna keep that rolling. We are taking a break for your Friday show from the opponent previews. Might be for the better because, frankly, I've started doing the prep on the next one, and I'm not super jazzed up for Mizzou's chances. But we'll get to that. We're going to do Ole Miss is the next game, Mizzou's fourth SEC fixture. But before we do that, we have he's back. Kenny, you froze. You froze, making a very funny face. You're back now, but you had a very funny face. Now he's.
Yeah, I was frozen too. So sometimes I freeze when I open another tab.
It's that old.
Are you
MacBook.
opening tabs in the middle of the show?
Because he's got to be super producer Kenny. Come on, man. Or he's just like browsing the internet while he's bored while we're talking. Our break between previewing Mizzou's opponents for the SEC season is happening because we, of course, had SEC Media Days to start this past week. Everyone descended out. Was it in Florida this year?
Tampa. Gasparilla Bowl.
So SEC Media Days in Tampa as opposed to Atlanta, which is where I have all. You guys have never been to SEC Media Days, correct?
No.
We definitely bring this up every year. I'm a one-time attendee. It's a fun event. I enjoyed
I will
it.
never go, probably.
I mean, you kind of don't really want to unless you're a media member covering an affiliated team or working for an affiliated team.
We have one of those. He didn't go.
We have one
Wow.
of those.
You pointed in the wrong. You pointed in the wrong direction.
No, for me, he's right there.
It's mirrored. You got to point the other way. It's mirrored on when it goes out to the. All right. Mizzou is at SEC Media Days. Eli Drinkwitz is at SEC Media Days. We had the obligatory him quote tweeting someone to clarify a quote that, in his view, was taken out of context. We'll get to that at the end. But I feel like time is a flat circle whenever I see that stuff, because
this one was pretty low stakes.
It was.
Comparatively. It was definitely one of the least interesting ones.
It was not as fiery. It did not involve naming a Texas A&M starter when he's not the coach of Texas A&M. It didn't involve any major goofiness. But Drinkwitz did say some pretty noteworthy things about Mizzou specifically and the outlook to the fall. And Payton, we each took one kind of broader point that we can touch on that Drinkwitz talked about in his time at the lectern and on various SEC shows and in other places. Payton has maybe the biggest and most important point that everyone was looking for. Drinkwitz mentioned he was going to talk about this subject at SEC Media Days and have an update for the fair Mizzou fans. Payton, what on earth am I talking about for those living under a rock?
So Drink did give his long-awaited Ahmad Hardy update. I don't know how to really take it. It sounded very encouraging on the surface. So what he said
was it first and foremost?
Yeah. What he said, and I'm quoting the ESPN article just because I don't have the exact transcript in front of me. So basically, he's medically cleared to begin a return to play protocol, which could take between 5 to 8 weeks. So that would put him anywhere from before Pine Bluff to right before Mississippi State. But he did say, he did caveat that with, we still don't know what his recovery will be. Is he the same Ahmad Hardy that he was last year? My anticipation and what I've seen, the way he's attacked his rehab, he's going to be a better Ahmad Hardy than what he was before. That's a little, like kind of rah-rah. But there's still just, and Drink, I think, even mentioned, like, they don't really know exactly what it looks like because there's not exactly a whole ton of instances of a player getting shot in the leg. And I believe Drinkwitz did say it hit his bone. And then having to get ready on such a short turnaround to play football again. Obviously, Brian Robinson would be the most obvious example, but we still don't really know how comparable they are. But it did at least lay the groundwork for hope that he could play this season. Again, no way in hell they should rush anything with him, especially, I'll be frank, if they don't win any of those first 3 games, even without him, the season is not going to probably be worth him playing in any ways.
You mean all of those first 3 games?
Yes, all of those first 3 games. If they lose any of those, Ahmad Hardy should not play the entire year because, quite frankly, it won't matter. But that certainly was encouraging. Ahmad Hardy, they mentioned a lot. I went and listened to, I think Jamal Roberts in his presser as well mentioned that Hardy's around the team all the time. He's been at all the team events. He's still been around practice and stuff. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. I think it's fair to be a bit more optimistic than you probably would have been when this first all went down. But I would not be until I see him run out the tunnel ready to go. I'm not going to jump for joy just yet.
Well, what I take from that comment, Payton, that Drinkwitz had regarding of seeing a better Ahmad Hardy than he was last year, I was also thinking of it from a mental side too, not just the physical side of him responding and being faster or breaking tackles even easier. Drinkwitz has pointed out that, having a son has changed his mindset as well. He's grown up, he's matured in that sense. And when you go from, being shot and, on the brink of, maybe a career-ending or career-altering event, and you're still going around these teams. And I don't know if you saw recently, he shared something on his Instagram about a fundraiser he's doing. He's still trying to be out there and not hide anything at the same time. He went to Jamal Roberts' camp in St. Louis and was around those younger kids as well. And, still putting himself out there. I think that still shows that, they're not trying to hide anything with him. He's still just trying to be himself and, get through this recovery as soon as he can. Like I said a couple months ago, though, I just don't think we're ever going to get like a real concrete answer. Any update is going to grab a headline no matter what, because he is Ahmad Hardy. He is the best player at Mizzou through and through. He's a top 10 player probably in the country as well. And I just think that's where you kind of go from there of, each update, yes, we'll grab a headline. He's medically cleared, but we're never going to get a concrete answer about, when he's going to be back. They said, cleared for football activities, and there's something in the range of like 6 to 8 weeks for him to get back into those kind of actions. Like Payton said, I don't think you really need him for those first 3 games. I think Jamal Roberts, who did very well against Kansas last year, could repeat that same kind of game this year for Missouri.
Yeah, talk about a ramp up. Like Missouri has a pretty good ramp up to its SEC schedule, when it comes to Ahmad Hardy specifically, and hopefully not really needing to lean on the best running back in the SEC in the first few games of the year if you don't have to.
I'll add as well, Jack, on top of that, of missing games. I think from the sense of, the first place I go when you miss games like that, it's like you're taking yourself out of awards. This is probably most definitely his last year of college football. There are draft aspirations. There are mocks that have him in the first round already, even after his, the gunshot wound and now his recovery. Still people that see him as a first round talent. I think just having that Mizzou logo alone probably didn't really bode that well for those awards in general. And, he already has kind of some of these records. I think it's more so now just focused on getting him back on the field, not rushing it. Because like we just keep sounding like a broken record. I mean, if you get through those first 3-4 games and then you can get him in there and you don't have to rush him back to the field, I think you're in better shape than many would have expected.
Definitely. That's a very good point with the awards and that potential there. But yeah, the most important thing. And like you said, with his draft standing, like I think that's what Mizzou would prioritize, and what certainly Ahmad Hardy should prioritize is his future in this sport, if that's what he wants to have. So we'll see. But definitely good news. Definitely good to just hear something further and any sort of number. Obviously, I know Kyle over at Mizzou Today, Kenny wrote, what does 5 to 8 weeks actually mean? Kind of like what Payton was talking about. And it's, it just remains to be seen. I did the thing every other Mizzou fan did and Googled when 8 weeks was from today. And it's the day after the Troy game. So, that would put him in line for that week 4 Mississippi State. But again, whether that's when it happens, whether it's later, whether it's earlier, we'll see. But, hopefully it's ramping up for Ahmad Hardy and he's set to come back to play. Kenny, I know your headline, if you will, from Mr. Drinkwitz, or topic, involves the men in the trenches blocking for Ahmad Hardy, Jamal Roberts, Austin Simmons, etc. What do you have for us?
Yeah, we got kind of some unfortunate injury news for the Missouri side of Josh Atkins. Had a setback in his recovery from his injury he suffered in spring practice. So don't really have a timetable on him on when he could be back. The hope was sometime in September or October at the end of spring practices. But here's a quote from Drinkwitz at SEC Media Days. Unfortunately, Josh had a setback with his injury, and so he's still attacking it. It's not going to be as hopeful as we had that he might be able to be back at midseason. We'll see how that goes, but had a little bit of a setback in the early part of June. So it's been over a month now, probably since that setback happened. Josh Atkins comes over from Arizona State, tabbed as your starting right tackle. That's the blind side for Austin Simmons. And the only question I got to Eli Drinkwitz at the start of spring camp when I went up for the opener press conference for spring football was about having a left-handed quarterback. And he didn't really talk about maybe the differences that he's noticed of, coaching them compared to a right-handed quarterback. A lot of that is just in reverse. He gave more props to Austin Simmons and other lefties of overcoming the notion that left-handed quarterbacks can't really succeed in college football, more so than anything else. But this kind of puts Mizzou in this little bit of a pickle. We saw this last year where Caden Green was a presumed starter on the interior. They did a left tackle competition, and he moves out to left tackle, still in all SEC honors at that position and getting preseason recognition this year. And just like Ahmad Hardy has been slotted into first rounds for mocks and top 10s across the SEC in college football in the top 20s and 30s. But now you're looking at guys like Logan Reichert, redshirt junior, Mississippi State transfer junior Luke Work. And this was a quote from Drinkwitz. I think Luke Work has had as good an offseason as I've ever seen an offensive lineman have. I think Logan Reichert has really done an excellent job. I'm fired up about this group. I think Drinkwitz has done a good job. I was talking to Payton about this, I think earlier this week, maybe Payton, about how he's done a good job of like not burying anyone in the media. He's had kind of blips in the past. Like we always bring up EJ Nova Ogar and just kind of those comments, but he's done a good job of hyping up some of these competitions. And right now, I think it's Luke Work's job right now. Logan Reichert missed a lot of games last year with an injury and came back as a backup interior offensive lineman. But Luke Work has starts there at Mississippi State. He's also a versatile lineman. I think it's probably his job to take right now with Atkins out.
Payton, before you go, I will give you one comment, food for thought, to digest. When Drinkwitz was doing his obligatory naming as many people as he could at the podium, when he got to the great transfer section of his list, the first name he mentioned was Luke Work. That triggered my Windhorse finger in me. So there you go.
I think he said he had some comment along the lines of like Luke Works had one of the best, if not the best, offseason. I'm not quoting him verbatim. It was something like that.
I just said it.
Oh, you did say that exactly. Okay. Yeah, I'd be pretty shocked.
Who's pulling up other tabs now?
I was trying to find what the exact quote was. I couldn't find it. So I was just going to guess at it. Josh Atkins, I'd be really shocked if we saw him at this point ever. Having your coach say we were hoping to get him back mid-season and he's had a setback. That's unfortunate for Josh Atkins, but kind of think it puts the writing on the wall. You'd love to see someone like a Jack Lang or a Whit Hafer maybe really wow you in camp and take that job. But I'd have to agree with Kenny. I'd be pretty shocked if it weren't Luke Work on week 1.
And I think you're in a good spot too if Jack Lang is one of your backup offensive tackles. He was one of your prized recruits back in the 2025 class. If he can come in and still be like in that recognition throughout fall camp before a starter is named, maybe you're in a good spot where you don't have to attack the portal as hard for one of those offensive tackle spots. If everything goes right for Caden Green is a senior, but if the 5-5 happens, maybe if everything goes right, Caden Green's off to the NFL. He's a first rounder in a lot of people's minds. We don't know what happens with Josh Atkins. Can he apply for another medical redshirt? Can he come back in a different capacity? Don't know. But I think you're in a very strong spot if Jack Lang is coming along so well, because we haven't seen that much production from in-house offensive tackles that have come through from the Brandon Jones system. Like, I think who would you name as like the last like in-house offensive tackle to even start? Membu. Yeah, outside of Armand Membu, which wasn't even his guy to begin with. I think
top 10 draft pick's a pretty good one.
I was saying more so that someone that Brandon Jones has brought in, because a lot of the guys have transferred or it just hasn't worked out.
Yeah, probably nobody then. In that instance, but it's a tough
this could
position.
This could be his first big one, and Jack Lang is a Eureka guy right down there in the St. Louis area. Just think it would work out in Mizzou's favor if he does come along and can be a replacement in the next couple of years.
Kenny, I do appreciate that sentiment from like a futures standpoint. I don't know. I do feel a little concerned with regard to this season specifically. Josh Adkins seems like he was brought in to be the guy. Maybe Luke Work does, have kind of a meteoric rise given the opportunities now, and that is now in front of him. But especially considering it's a lefty quarterback, like I don't think it's a bad thing to overthink that might lower, I see it as potentially lowering Mizzou's ceiling, where you don't have who you thought was going to be your starting, blindside blocker immediately, as good as hopefully Jack Lang and others are in the future. I don't know. This is, in terms of list of concerns, Ahmad Hardy's number one, but this situation is right up there for the season. And I don't know that it obviously
move Caden Green again.
I was going to ask, what are the odds that happens?
Absolutely
no way.
0. And Caden Green, I listened to his presser. I think he said something to the effect of like, Drinkwitz kind of told me like I'm a great offensive lineman and I'm sticking on the left side, which is the right decision. I hated when they did it last year, 3 weeks before the season. Luckily,
wait, the right is the decision? You're saying you should go to the right side?
It's a PG show. It's a PG show. It's a PG show. PG-13.
It's not a PG show.
PG-13
very much not.
PG-13 show.
We'll get to that in a second with Jack's point because I have something.
PG-13 podcast. No, I hated when they did it last year. Luckily, Caden Green is a monster, and he made it work. I always bring up the fact that they kept thinking the best 5 on the field thing meant kicking Armand Membu in the guard, and I always thought that was the dumbest thing they could have ever done. Luckily, they did not ever do it, and look how that turned out. So just keep if you want to get the best 5 on the field, I really do understand. At a certain point, you have to look at how good a guy is at one spot and just keep him there.
I do want to talk myself into, I hope that, I assume it's going to be Jadice, right? That goes over to center and
Yes.
is that Connor Tollison spot. And then you have Curtis Piegler, who's fine. And then of course, a guy in Green who's elite and could be a high NFL draft pick. Like you hope that's enough of a core, but filling the gaps at offensive line is not a position group that's super fun to do that for. So we'll see how it pans out for those other two. So not great news. I will end on maybe some better news, or at least like some kind of hype up by Eli Drinkwitz for one of the players who everyone, in Mizzou circles knows has to be a key guy on the defensive side of the ball. And that's Darris Smith. Drinkwitz, I'll read the quote verbatim. He's up to 265 pounds. That's obviously the newsy item. And you're talking about a guy who won the 200 in the state of Georgia. So he's got tremendous explosion. He plays the game physical and violent. And he had 4.5 sacks last year. I'm going to fact check him. He had 4, not 4.5. He's got the ability to stop the run, rush the passer, and we can't wait to see his skill set come to fruition. It's his turn now. First and foremost, I always forget that Darris Smith was in the same transfer class as Zion Young. Like that is just absolutely insane to me.
He was super hyped.
He was, and he has continued to be, but Drinkwitz promoting that he's gained weight is notable. But he is going to have to be one of, if not the difference maker for a defense that is replacing 11 starters, and especially along the defensive line. And I'll go back to something I read that Kyle wrote, Kenny, was like, you don't have the handoff this year. You don't have the, I'm going to get the timeline screwed up, but you don't have like the Robinson to Walker to Young where they're sharing the edge room, and one of them is kind of the secondary and the other one has the breakout year. You lost both of your primary guys. It's not a Damon Wilson, Darris Smith. It's just his room now with him and presumably Langdon Kitchen as the edge rushers, which I know Payton is going to react to.
Maybe Drinkwitz was talking about his starting edge rushers total having 4.5 sacks between the two.
There
with
you go.
Darris having 4 and Langdon Kitchen, their other starting edge rusher in SEC football, having 0.5 sacks last year.
So it's safe to say that Darris Smith is gonna have to have a breakout season. Hopefully, he can have a healthy season, but he has gained some weight, which is notable.
Oh my gosh. I've been going through Darris Smith's Instagram page. He's unintentionally the funniest guy on this team. He has a video.
When he posted after Central Arkansas? It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
What was that again?
I do
recall he's funny, but
yeah, I'll read it because that's all I'll say. This is not a PG show with the comment that he had. But I'm watching his highlight package that he posted 7 weeks ago, and it starts with a clip from Family Guy. It's Family Guy season 19, episode 3, Tall Peter. And he starts his video with that. Is hilarious. Hashtag Family Guy, hashtag funny, hashtag scary, hashtag unexpected.
I like to think maybe he takes some inspiration from the videos I used to make. He just likes to splice memes. That I would love that. Players should normalize that with when they get these highlight packages posted to Scrap. Splice some memes in there. That'd be great. Little clips.
Darris Smith's funny, man. I mean, he's Go ahead.
It's just Darris Smith drilling a quarterback, and then it cuts to like that was legitness kid or something. I need that.
If only you didn't have a full-time job now. We could get back to posting.
I don't want to hype it up too much. I'm looking into the potential.
I think you said that last year though, Jack.
I'm
not trying to call you out, but I'm pretty sure you said that last year.
Everyone was waiting on the Kansas one, or someone really wanted South Carolina. I forgot what it was.
I have different circumstances this year than I did last year. Potentially.
Fingers crossed. But
no.
I mean, Darris Smith, you kind of nailed it, Kenny. Or are you gonna Kenny?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Go ahead if you have it.
I'll point out too, he's the only player at Mizzou that wears a Guardian cap, and if he still does that, if I'm at the opening day of fall camp again this year, I want to ask him because like he's the only guy who wears one. But he plays with such a like a screw loose, like he paints his face, like he does crazy.
He's violent.
Before you say your thing, I'm sorry to interrupt you one more time, but the photo that's going around with, I think the story that Kyle wrote about Darris Smith, he looks like a someone from another dimension because he's got the like eye black around his eyes, but the photo captured his eyes like super wide, and so he's got the black helmet and you can just see the whites of his eyes. It's a terrifying picture. It's a terrifying image. It's just like he's like, I don't know. He looks like a demon, and hopefully he can be that on the field for Mizzou. It's just great. It's got a great aura.
He's got long limbs too. He's got a nice like reach on him for that edge position too. We talk about
that
the
can also look scary,
on.
gangly. You know.
What's the caption?
All right. Do you want the captions now for the games?
Yes.
UCA, yeah.
UCA. I'm not gonna say the word, but effing blow out this she. Not a game! Exclamation point! Mad face. And then he had one for Kansas too. I didn't know about this one. I just found it. If you guys want it, you guys want it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
KU, but he spelled it like K space U. Had the game for a min, but you lost it. Bluebirds down. It's just so fun. He's got the best.
Next one was just yeah.
Yeah. Then he just
his
stopped.
Next one is just 19 exclamation points.
Yeah, it's fun. He kind of just gave up on it.
I mean, like you mentioned, athletic freak. He has like crazy long arms. If he's bulked up that much, like, yeah, I mean, Darris Smith. I mean, Knowlton. You kind of put it best. I mean, he has to have a good year if Missouri is going to be good. Because none of the rest of the edge room, I don't trust it at this moment in time. I hope we see someone like a Dayton Hopkins really take a leap forward because I think they desperately need it. Darris Smith, I mean, Kenny kind of mentioned it, insanely long arms. Knowlton, if he's really bulked up, like you say, I mean, not only are you looking at maybe just like a guy that can make an impact. I mean, if he's that much of an athletic freak and has some production to back it up, I mean, that's something that catches draft guys' eyes. And, you know, there was that famous SVP clip from the draft where they mentioned like, hey, Missouri's always got a few guys going around here. Certainly Darris Smith bulking up, after being a 3-year guy, getting steadily better, can only reflect really well on the program.
Honestly, like our little deep dive there just makes me sort of confident and excited that it will happen. Because you have to know a guy with the personality that it seems like he has just been, you know, hitting these injury hurdles and just been stewing. Like, it's like, I'm sure he's just hungry to have like a full year out there and show what he can do. You know, he was a hyped up recruit. He played at Georgia. Like, I'm sure he wants to just get out there and just absolutely attack. And of course he plays the position to do that.
He has a Georgia logo like right here.
Does he?
I think he has the G like right under his elbow. Like right here.
That happens. Brett Bielema has an Iowa tattoo.
All this talk about his Instagram captions, I'm scrolling through his Instagram now. He posted like a sack he had against A&M. I mean, he's so like, this sack he has on Reed is like so explosive. I mean, he is fun player to watch. I hope he really does break out after putting it all together this year.
I think it's important for a guy in his shoes, the fact that you're not going to question his motor or his want to or his desire. It's not like an issue of any of that. It's just whether he can stay on the field, and we've seen flashes of what can occur when he is on the field. So Yeah, hopefully he's going to have to be the monster that he shows on Instagram in those captions and in the photos and that Drinkwitz talked him up to being at 265. I mean, that seems like it's important to add some bulk. Is that so that's where you guys will have to correct me. Is that Joker role? Will he probably slide in there with Kitchen in the other defensive end spot?
I would assume so. Seems like a guy that would play standing up.
Yeah. Even at 265. That's scary. That feels scary to me if you're on
They should put Langdon Kitchen in the stand-up role. See what happens. I know it sounds like I'm really anti-Langdon Kitchen. It's not that. It's just I kind of doubt he's that good. I'm just going to be honest.
Definitely does not have the flashes that probably Darris Smith has shown, which is fair. So there you go. There's a bunch of storylines. For Mizzou at SEC Media Days, Drinkwitz did have some quotes about the 9-game SEC schedule. He apparently may have confused some people with what got posted about him. I don't really care about all that. I'm more excited about this team in particular. They're going to have to play the 9-game SEC schedule. It ain't going to change now. So, what are you going to do? College football is broken. We've all known that for years now. It's a broken record at this point. So there you have it. Drink at SEC Media Days. Some good news, some kind of not so good news for Mizzou football. And we will bring you some more good news, or at least some good vibes on the other side with the old quick hit segments. All right, quick hits time. We'll finish up the show. We've got jerseys of the week. Kenny.
Jersey of the week goes to Jacob Cruz. Donar Groningen has strengthened itself for the 2026-2027 season.
Say the first word.
Spare les news. With the American...
That might be breaking.
Yeah, I think it's a breaking news. I think the last thing is news. Jacob Cruz. He's playing for Donar Groningen in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's yes. I knew it was in the Netherlands because there's a soccer club with the same name.
It's also in Dutch.
Donar.
Remember when he hyped up his announcement that he was entering the transfer portal? Guess that went nowhere. Bye, Jacob. It was 2 years, all right.
I didn't know he was only 2.03 meters tall. It's not very tall.
You won't be able to tell me that is not a better metric for that because, oh my gosh, you gotta see this guy's 2 meters tall. Does that sound that cool to you? It doesn't sound that cool to me.
This is just making me think of the Nate Bargatze SNL bit.
I don't know who that is.
Payton went to see him.
Yeah.
Is Jacob? Does that say Jacob Cruz is 26 years old?
I believe it does. Yes.
Is he actually?
I thought I also saw the reply to the tweet that just says "Get ready to lose every game," but I didn't see the E after Trent Burns. I thought it was Trent Burns. I was like, "What?" I got thrown off for a second.
A lot of love from the Mizzou faithful.
The lone reply to that tweet. Sorry, Jacob Cruz. Best of luck with Groningen in the Netherlands. Payton, your jersey of the week.
My jerseys of the week are being used the way we intended it to be used again, because I'm going to try and keep on doing this as much as I can. It's going to the Minnesota Twins and Philadelphia Phillies, who have both had their Field of Dreams game jerseys revealed, and they both look absolutely beautiful. The Twins one, it just reminds you of I can't even describe the aesthetic. It's just so pretty to look at. The Phillies patch that they put on the Phillies jersey is so gorgeous. Kenny, if you want to scroll to that instead of typing. Oh my gosh, look at that patch. That is beautiful. So yeah, the Field of Dreams game is coming back. If you didn't know, Knowlton, for the first time since 2022, Pretty cool. I loved both of the games that we got before they started to do the renovations. Excited to see it come back this year. And boy, these jerseys are awesome.
I would actually consider going to this. I'm going to be out of town.
You won't be able to get a ticket. Don't worry.
Do you want to guess how far I live from the Field of Dreams?
You cannot get a ticket to this
Hour
game.
and a half.
You don't want to guess anyway?
Hour and a half.
30 minutes.
2 hours.
I was going to guess 2 hours, but you made it seem like it was a lot closer.
Yeah. That's like driving from Columbia to St. Louis.
The Field of Dreams is in Dyersville, Iowa, which is up like it's in northeast Iowa.
It's up by Dubuque.
It is.
Yeah, which is at the intersection of it's the literal tri-state area.
It's one of the Quad Cities.
Yep.
That's not true. It's not.
I was gonna say, wait, no, I don't know
It's
if that's
not.
right.
It's not. That's Davenport. It's not Dubuque.
Davenport.
Anyway, people didn't come for that. My jersey of the week is gonna go to Drew Pine. Drew Pine, you know, he's making waves in the financial world. This post comes from Short Squeeze News, which is now making me feel like it's fake, but you know what? We're going to roll with it anyway. Both. Oh no. Okay. It's a Wall Street
maybe
news.
It's
okay.
true.
Okay. I think it's true. It's a Wall Street related news service, which is why I've never heard of it before. Cause have you seen my apartment? I don't work on Wall Street, folks. But this tweet from them says, breaking, both of the University of Notre Dame starting quarterbacks from the 2022 season, Tyler Buckner and Drew Pine, started their investment banking analyst stints this month.
Drew Pine's LinkedIn also says it.
Okay, we have confirmed via the LinkedIn. Drew Pine now works at Moelis. Is that how you say it? Moelis? I don't know what that is. I assume it's some sort of financial firm. Again, I don't work on Wall Street, folks. I don't do that.
Shout out Drew Pine. He had one of the worst games I've ever seen against Alabama, but he bounced back and had a really incredible second half against Oklahoma in one of the more memorable games of the drink era, I'd say.
As we ranked, go watch that series if you have not.
Easy number one from 20
already.
Easy number one.
Well, there's some debate.
I like
there.
no cap, and he's the main bird.
Shawnee's main bird of the week. Kenny.
My Shawnee's main bird of the week. Let's go down the list and find one. Ahmad Hardy.
You didn't do this preemptively.
What?
Bush
You
League.
didn't preemptively do it?
No, I just thought there could be another one, but no, I just Ahmad Hardy. I mean, Robert Woodyard works here too.
Oh my gosh.
What do you mean, oh my gosh?
No, I'm looking at the reply to this tweet, which just people need to pay attention to.
And it has a like.
Uh,
All right, 14 Tigers have been named to the Shriners Bowl, the East-West Shrine Bowl, 1,000 watch list, which is awesome that they can put 1,000 guys on this
also
list.
4 seniors.
Yes. Or juniors.
Or juniors.
It's just draft eligible players. And
Look
so the
at-
comment
look at
says
this
Alubide
stat.
snubbed.
Sorry to call you out, Brendan. I hope if you or Braden, sorry. If you watch the show, I
No,
apologize.
I'm not sorry. You commented the incorrect statements.
It's true. You are wrong.
Brett LeBlanc, Kenny, how about that? Are you happy?
I did. That's how I found out about this. I saw on Instagram because someone reposted it because of him. All right, would you guys like the names?
Yes.
Josh Atkins, Dominic Judice, Marquise Gracial, Caden Green, Ahmad Hardy, Brett LeBlanc, Caden Lee, Brett Norfleet, Curtis Piegler, Jamal Roberts, Nicholas Rodriguez, Austin Simmons, Darris Smith, and Robert Woodyard Jr.
That's a cool list to be on. You know, not
Any
enough people
snubs?
talk about last year Marquise Gracial against Auburn on that 3rd and goal from the 1 when he blew up the play and tackled them for a loss. Drinkwitz even brought that up. I thought that was great. He brought that up.
I thought you were going to share that in the SEC media.
No,
days,
not
too.
enough people bring that up, though. That was a great play. I love Marquise Gracial. He's awesome.
Who's your main bird, Payton?
My main bird of the week is going to be Scottie Adkinson, and we are actually going to use Ahmad Hardy as another bird connection here because Scottie Adkinson made the Nike EYBL Peach Jam 17U All-Circuit first team. He was on the team with Ahmad Hudson.
Oh
Ahmad,
my
of course,
God.
is the first name of Ahmad Hardy, who, of course, transferred to Missouri from ULM. ULM is the Warhawks. There's your bird connection.
This is a shame.
Scottie Adkinson had a great showing at Peach Jam, it sounds like. I'm sure for this, especially his great game against Beckham Black, he'll be dropped 40 spots in the next rankings updates from everybody.
This is really good. Payton, I will not. I agree with you. You don't want to undersell this. Peach Jam is like, if people don't follow the AAU circuit at all, but you call college basketball, you still probably know what Peach Jam is. Like, this is, if there is something to show out at, it is this. For basketball. What are you looking at?
Me?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea who the one reply is? Because I know who that is.
I do not know.
That's Brandon LaFell. That's the only reply to this tweet.
Oh my
former
God.
Patriots wide receiver Brandon LaFell.
That's random.
Well, it's not, because his son is BJ LaFell, who's getting basketball and football offers. So he's asking for the 15s because he wants his son ranked.
You're totally right. But like, when guys become NBA draft prospects, like Darren Peterson, with how weird of a season he had, there were scouts that and people in that world that were talking about his performances at Peach Jam as like a way to hype him up. Like, it's a big deal to do really well at Peach Jam. So for those who might not know, like, that is really good for Scottie Adkinson. And yeah, hopefully he does not fall down the rankings like Payton said.
He will.
I saw him today. I thought a couple things. He said very busy summer. We've talked about it. Mini camp, USA mini camp. He didn't make the team, but he was there. Same with Dennis Gates, was one of the court coaches. He went to the CP3 camp. He got to meet Jason Tatum, and he said that Jason Tatum knew him, and that was like such a big honor that he already knew him. And I mean, it makes sense too. They're both, big time St. Louis. And even though Scottie's not originally from St. Louis, moving there and then becoming such a prominent name in the basketball scene in St. Louis, he learned about him. Couple more things. He's going to another Nike camp in the next couple of weeks. That'll be his last one. He had the EYBL circuit and then going to Peach Jam. One of the best things most fun things, and I sent this to a Mizzou source as well. That Mizzou source just replied, "True son," with 3 exclamation points. Scottie Adkinson never visited another school during his recruitment. He only visited Missouri. Isn't that interesting? Like, you just never really see that.
Must have been a hell of a recruiting job for Mizzou.
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
And it's been over a year now. People forget he committed before anyone committed in the 2026 class. He's in the 2027 class. He does his senior year at Webster Groves. And
committed before Crow, am I right?
Yeah, before any 2026. He was the first in 2027. He's still the only in 2027. Probably could add 2-3 more. I think the cap would definitely be 4. You're realistically looking at 2 more commitments in that group.
That
Exciting.
Duke offer that's coming, that's going to be rough.
I don't
tell Mizzou fans.
I don't think there's anything pulling Scottie away right now. They've got a lot of figured out, unless Dennis Gates is not the coach next year.
If Scottie Adkinson keeps going the way he's going, you will hear, if he becomes like a draft guy, you will hear people be like, "Oh, I went back and watched him at Peach Jam and he did really well, and you competed against whatever AJ Williams or Beckham Black and beat him." That's like, that stuff sticks
Ahmad
with prospects.
our main bird.
Yeah, thank you. My main bird
too. He played against Ahmad Hudson at the start of the year, or maybe it was either this year or last season, because I remember talking to the coaches at Webster Groves, and they brought up Ahmad Hudson, like, man, this guy's a freak athlete. And even Scottie mentioned that too, because he plays 2 sports. You guys know that, right?
18 and 12.
What else
Scottie
does he
Adkinson?
play?
Ahmad Hudson is more of a football recruit than a basketball recruit.
Yes.
I did not know that. No.
I think
He's
I actually did know
he's
this.
committed to LSU for both, and Nebraska's trying to flip him.
Wow. I want another 2-way guy. I want someone to try and actually do both.
I applaud the effort, Nebraska. That's funny.
Wait, you always talk about Marquise Gracial, right? I forget about this. What play was it, Payton?
So it's this play against Auburn. It was
okay. Never mind. I don't care. It's all good.
And Auburn was about to take
My
the lead,
main of the week,
extend the lead.
Laird Veach.
But Marquise
Of course, Laird Veach, Bird Connection. He's one of the people in this photo. He also, Kenny, worked at Iowa State, which are the Cyclones, and have a bird mascot as their or a bird as their mascot. Would you like to do the your side the Cyclone impression, please? Thank you very much. Laird Veach is one of the people in this photograph. Just thought this was kind of fun. Dennis Gates went to and threw the first pitch at a Cubs game. Had some good quotes about it. Moon Choi is also here, and they took a photo with Big Cat. Kind of fun. So Kenny and I are AWLs of pardon my take. So
this was the night. Payton will get to it in a second, but Big Cat won the 50-50 raffle last year. They gave him his check this year. On Wednesday, he won the 50-50 raffle again.
Yep. I did see this. That seems a little rigged almost. Might be a little rigged. I don't know how you'd rig that considering how many tickets like get given out and it's all random, but yeah. Oh, and the replies are not super nice considering most Mizzou fans are also Cardinals fans, which is kind of funny, but yeah. Funny group.
Cardinals should try being a watchable baseball club. I don't know, man.
Ooh.
4th place team. Boo-hoo.
You tell him, Payton. You tell him. We have had one of the members of this photo on our podcast.
Twice.
When
we were on the radio.
Wrong. Yeah, it's not a podcast. It was not a podcast. Wrong.
What'd you learn this week, Payton?
Get a load of semantics, man.
I played basketball with someone in this photo.
Yeah, it really didn't go well for me.
He tripped me. He
did not trip you. You got blocked.
Yeah, you tripped over yourself. I got retweeted by someone in that photo.
I don't know who you're talking about there. Probably Dennis.
It was
Anyways. Oh, well, there you go. Best thing I learned this week, we're going to stick with Mizzou night at Wrigley, the finest stadium. The finest ballpark that Mizzou has been to this year. Dennis Gates sang the 7th inning stretch at Wrigley Field. It was a pretty funny rendition. He kind of he was just a very Dennis Gates style rendition.
I was going to say he doesn't have a ton of vocal range, I don't think.
Yeah. He put over Mizzou. He made sure to get a MIZ in there. He definitely enjoyed this. I mean, he's been going nuts on Instagram about it. He posted a long statement on Twitter about it. He got the whole edited video together.
It's awesome.
It's cool for Dennis Gates. It was very fitting that the way the Cubs lost this game, because the Cubs lost on Mizzou night, and it was fittingly the angriest I've been after a Cubs loss in a while. Really, it was a gut wrencher. And I was like, yeah, of course, Dennis Gates sang the 7th inning stretch and the Cubs just about ripped my heart out of its chest. It was very fitting. But Dennis Gates, 7th inning stretch at Wrigley, it was cool. It was kind of cool.
Did you see he was wearing a David Bodie jersey?
No, he was not wearing a David Bodie jersey. What an insane thing to make up.
Wouldn't that be hilarious though?
Yes, it would be really funny. And I would have tweeted about that all night. Imagine he was wearing a Steven Souza jersey.
What's the most realistic one of a player not on the team that you would think? Go retro, maybe Ernie Banks. If you went really old school, what
Ryan
would you
Sandberg.
Think? Okay.
That's a popular everyone. Maybe he's a Rick Sutcliffe guy. Rick Sutcliffe is right next to him in that clip.
How big is Fergie Jenkins with the Cubs too? When you think about retro,
very. I think that's probably him and Lee Smith. But I mean, maybe he's a Maddox guy. I don't know. It's a good question.
Payton, I have an assignment for you.
I'm not. What?
I would like you don't have to do it right now. Calm down. It's not a due date. I would like you to rank. I know you have your own ranking of SEC coaches. I would like you to rank all of the SEC men's basketball coaches by how well you think they would do the rendition of the 7th inning stretch. Please.
That's a good question. I think
you don't have to do it right now. You can send me a list.
Wade would probably be among the worst. I don't imagine I think him and Nate Oates would just flat out not do it. I think he'd be such a lame ass about it. I think he just wouldn't do it.
Kenny, you should start saying your best thing before.
Mike White would be like the bet.
I don't have
most
time for this.
Bang average. Like Mike White would be a nothing. Like you'd forget about it 30 seconds after it happened. Chris Jans would be a creep. You'd be like, ugh, what is that octave? That's odd. Yeah.
All right, best thing I learned this
Golden's
week.
would be high pitched.
Best thing I learned this week, because Payton said this has to be something I have to be happy about. The Houston Astros. No. I speak. It's my turn. This is my segment. The Kansas City Royals acquired right-handed pitcher Nate Pearson from the Houston Astros from minor league right-handed pitcher Max Martin. Nate Pearson, one time, very top prospect in the minor leagues, but it was with the Houston Astros. Had been banged up. The Astros DFA'd him after a couple games back, and that puts him on waivers, and they ended up trading him for Max Martin, who's a minor league relief pitcher. Payton wanted me to be very excited about him because he thinks I should be excited about every single trade. And as a corresponding move, to have Nate Pearson on the 40-man roster and on the active roster, former Missouri outfielder Cameron Meisner was designated for assignment. Payton, you have 5 seconds to defend yourself.
I was going to say, does this mean he's excited that Cameron Meisner got DFA'd?
He told me to be excited because a true son got DFA'd. He wanted to be excited because a true son does not have a job. He's out of a job.
That's
currently.
Not by the time
he's in job limbo
about this. Cameron Meisner had not been DFA'd yet, so I didn't know I didn't even know the Royals needed to do a 40-man move.
That's incorrect.
Here's the thing about Kenny.
These were tweeted at the exact same time, 10:40 and 10:40.
Oh, they sure were.
Okay, the thing about transactions is they get reported and then confirmed. Surely someone in your line
they were reported. Here, I'll find it.
Someone in your line of work ought to understand that.
I'll find it.
You'd certainly think.
10:19, 21 minutes. You just stopped looking on Twitter after 21 minutes?
Yeah, you look on Twitter all the time. That's not true.
When was the Royals one tweeted?
Look, the return was tweeted at 10:37.
10:40.
Ken Rosenthal tweeted this at 10:37.
Yeah, I saw Chandler Roan's tweet. Easily
10:40 is 20 minutes.
Okay, so that's still 3 minutes of lead time.
3 minutes.
When did I text you exactly? Let's find this out too.
If it's at 10:40 or 10:39, you're done for, man. You're done for.
He's just gonna make it up, Kenny.
I'm not even kidding you. I text you Max Martin in the Dana Lab with the Randy Johnson gif at 10:38 a.m. So
I replied at 10:39. Were you just off your phone by then? You're still texting me about his ERA at 10:40 when we knew that Cameron Meisner was
gone.
I
don't have Royals tweet notifications on. Why would I have known that?
Cameron Meisner was jobless by 10:40 a.m. and you still wanted me to be excited.
You're in the wrong here. You're absolutely in the wrong. And here's why I was texting him.
You said, "Where's Happy Kenny?" as Cameron Meisner got DFA'd at 10:40 a.m.
Big-time minor league baseball fan. He loves prospects. He loves the farm. It's his passion. He's wearing a damn spring breakout hat right now. Okay. So I'm like, oh, Kenny, look, you got for this nothing right-handed reliever, you got a prospect. The Astros farm isn't that fun right now. Look at this. You got
incorrect. There are 2 top 100 prospects in the Astros system.
They're teenagers. You're not going to see them for 4 years.
10:40. So like, hey, where's Happy Kenny? 10:40 of the Kansas City Royals. Outfielder Cameron Meisner, parentheses, Missouri product, has been designated for assignment by the Kansas City Royals, who play in Missouri.
Here's how I know this is a witch hunt. You didn't text it to Unwritten at 10:40. Okay, let's go find when you texted to Unwritten, because that's when you saw it. You saw it and texted to us immediately, all right? So why don't we find when
you're muted.
I'm a busy guy.
Oh, you're a busy guy. You weren't busy enough to keep texting me at the time.
11:40.
11:40. So an hour later, that's when I found out.
An hour.
But here's the thing: Kenny's like a guy that's like he loves baseball. He's a baseball fan. I'm like, oh, Kenny, look, you got a prospect for a shit reliever. Like, that's cool, right? And Kenny's like, no.
We're apparently not a Nate Pearson podcast.
You guys don't understand. Kenny used to be like, he got excited like when the Astros traded Abraham Toro for Kendall Graveman. He was just as excited that they got Rafael Montero, who had an ERA north of 6 at the time.
I
And
still
look,
text
it turned
Kenny.
into a great transaction for them. So I was like, "Hey, Kenny, my best friend, look, like, isn't this cool? You got a recent Royals draft pick in return for him." And Kenny just threw cold water all over it, and now he's trying to make me look bad, like I was rooting against a true son, which is not the case. I was just trying to.
Draw, you win.
I know. There we go.
He seems angry. I'm trying to
He
figure
is angry
out.
because he's wrong. He's wrong about this. I texted him before it was officially announced what was happening to Cameron Meisner. I had no way of knowing.
I'm trying to figure out exactly how many words, because I still text Kenny about like I'll get his take on whenever the Brewers get like a big prospect, because I know he cares. I was trying to see how many. Words.
Kenny said Jet Williams was a good prospect. At Old Takes Exposed.
He's hurt right now.
You can't.
He has an ER. He has an OPS in the low sevens.
So the reason I said that is because he went to the Brewers, and you don't like the Brewers, so I hyped him up to make Jack excited.
I can be objective about. I said in that same trade, I thought Brandon Sproat was a great addition for them.
I was texting Kenny about who the Brewers drafted, and Kenny sent me 259 words back.
See, this guy is passionate about prospects. That's why I text him this. He loves prospects.
Jack, take those 259 words and put them into Google.
I know you copied and pasted it. It was just a really long text message.
Oh, you stole it right from
He did.
I just took it right from Jim or Jonathan, whoever wrote it.
He
just
did.
This one.
As soon as I read the first sentence, I was like, this is from someone else's wording. This is not him. But you got to let me hype you up, Kenny.
Kind of sucked.
I don't care.
I don't even remember who it was anymore.
Brady.
Kenny, did you like Cade Townsend?
Something.
Hello, Kenny. Earth to Kenny. You're not a Cade Townsend fan?
It's too far in the draft. I don't look at who you winners take.
The Astros drafted that late.
With their second first rounder.
How'd you like the Astros draft?
It was interesting. They saved a lot of money. They're really trying to go after some prep guys who Payton says don't matter because we'll never see them.
Now we're making things up.
My best thing I learned, I don't even remember because we've been talking for so long. Oh yes, of course. Mizzou men's basketball is going to play an exhibition game against UNLV prior to tipping off the 2025-26 season. It will be in Las Vegas. This is kind of a funny graphic because, of course, the Players Era tournament is in Las Vegas. So you promote the hell, like you've got the really big Las Vegas sign. And, you know, some people might look at them and be like, wait, are they in the Players Era? No, they're just playing at UNLV. So it is, of course, the Sebastian Mack revenge game. He is a UNLV player now, but kind of fun. Payton. Oh, wait, I have trivia. Mizzou and UNLV have played 5 times, at least according to this, this database. What is Missouri's record against UNLV? First and foremost, what do you think it is in those 5 games?
Did they play against UNLV in like the 90s, early 90s?
I don't remember how far the oldest one back goes.
Well, that's
2-1.
I don't believe so. That is 3 games, Kenny. Someone was listening.
Someone was so insistent on being wrong about the Misner argument, he forgot how to add.
I said you were right.
Yeah, but that was only after I talked to you.
That doesn't make you not mad about it.
I'm gonna say 3-2.
That's right, Payton.
Oh,
3-2.
5. Dang it!
I literally said
Otherwise, the 3 games.
I literally said that. Their most recent game came in 2005.
4.
Any guesses on the margin of victory for the winning team and who won?
The Tigers won. They cruised past them. I don't remember what the exact score was.
Missouri lost by 3.
Damn it.
74-71 in 2005. This game, of course, will not count toward that record because it's not an official game, but exhibition, fun. All right, let's finish up this very unhinged quick hit segment with best beats of the week, as always, presented by FanDuel. I'm intrigued by our picks this week. Got a couple of college football futures that we're going to throw at you. And then Kenny doing whatever he's doing with a league he has said for months now has not existed since 2019. Kenny, why don't you go first?
I'm just baffled. For some reason, the Celtics have better odds than the 76ers, and the Celtics made the 76ers better this offseason. I don't think this will happen, but I think these are insane odds to not take them right now. 76ers plus 2,000 to win the NBA Finals. Healthy Embiid in there. Tyrese Maxey's in there. He's not a 76er anymore?
I'm talking about Embiid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have no idea. It's a crapshoot. Jalen Brunson. No, wrong. Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brunson plays for the Knicks.
Man,
oh boy,
the NBA, man.
I'm not even going to give you the runway for why I actually really like this pick for you. Peyton, just go ahead.
Did you guys see that Jalen Brown was in the Dominican, like playing baseball?
Baseball, yeah.
Did you see that? I saw the videos. Like, is that just like a super tall guy? Because you didn't see his face. Like, you just saw like this tall guy just running around. And I was
saw
like,
someone said it was him. I didn't investigate if it was actually, but
like the actual academy said it was him, and I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Go Peyton.
I picked Georgia to win the SEC. It's plus 300 odds. I picked them because I think they're the best team.
Well said. I actually took a little bit more of a longer shot. I took Ole Miss to win the SEC. Why? Because guess what? The next show you watch is going to be our Ole Miss preview, and so I've already started working on that. And I think Ole Miss is going to be very, very good at football. I don't know that they're better than Georgia, but you know what? I like it at plus 900. They have the same odds as LSU and worse odds than Alabama. I think that's a little bit strange. I think they've got like more competent QB play than probably either of those schools. Depends on what you think of Sam Leavitt. Maybe that's a hot take with Chambliss over him, but I'm going with Ole Miss plus 900. Why not? The Rebels.
Should we tier lit or should we rank SEC quarterbacks again? That did not go over well.
We definitely should. Yes.
Do it.
Yes, we should.
Because it went so well last time. And we were right, by the way. I called out Nico's fake ass streak, and we were right.
We were right. Yeah, people really did not like that.
Because they didn't know it was a joke. They took it so literally. Chase Daniel was ranked in
Chase
that.
Daniel number one.
That's right. Oh man, we were funny.
I did love. I think he got I think he's doing more games or something. There was something that he got promoted within ESPN.
Friday night games.
Yeah, and it was like Chase Daniel cross SEC, and it's all his highlights. And I'm like, these are just all against Big 12 teams. This is so funny. Anyway, Ole Miss. I like him better than Bama. I like him better than LSU. That'll do it for the unwritten rule. I accept if Peyton has a joke.
This one comes from our favorite TV series, The Today Show. I'm going to give you guys an option. Do you want a chicken joke or a dog joke?
Chicken joke.
Kenny?
Chicken.
All right. What do you call someone who raises hens?
A root. Something rooster.
No.
Raises hens. A fly. No. Flying.
What's another word with hen in it? Like,
you guys are thinking too hard.
Hen. I don't know.
Don't know.
On the count of 10.
Please don't count down from 10.
Anything? Nothing?
No.
That was a hint. What do you call someone who raises hens? A chicken tender.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
That's a good one. Thank you to FanDuel. Thank you to all you great listeners and viewers. Please subscribe if you have not. We'll be back. We will do the Ole Miss preview next. So that will be our next show. We will look at Ole Miss. And I can build my case for why I might think why I think they might win the SEC. So thank you everyone for watching and listening. We'll see you all next time.